travel is about connection, sharing stories, breaking bread, and discovering our common ground. It's about the laughter that echoes across tables, the warmth of a welcome in a new place, and the simple joy of meeting someone from a world away. Every journey, every shared meal, weaves a thread into the fabric of our communities. For generations, the United States has welcomed people from every corner of the globe, making dreams possible and communities vibrant. Our cities and small towns have thrived on the energy, curiosity, and hope that travelers bring. Each visitor adds a new story, a new perspective, and helps shape the American experience. But now, there's an empty chair at our national table, a silence where laughter and foreign languages once filled the air. The absence is more than physical. It's a missing heartbeat in the rhythm of our daily lives. This isn't just a statistic, it's a loss felt in small towns and big cities alike, touching the heart of who we are. Streets that once buzzed with excitement now feel quieter, and the sense of possibility that travel brings has faded. The family diner with fewer international guests, the once busy tables, now waiting for stories that never arrive. The street musician with a shrinking audience, playing for echoes instead of applause. The tour guide with half-empty buses. These are the faces of a tourism crisis. The impact is personal. Fewer hotel rooms booked, fewer souvenirs sold, and fewer moments of connection that make travel meaningful. Fewer tips for hard-working locals, fewer opportunities for small businesses to thrive, and a sense of loss that ripples through entire communities. This isn't a distant problem, it's unfolding in our own backyards. It's in the empty sidewalks, the quiet attractions, and the businesses struggling to stay open. We must ask, why are travelers hesitating? And what does that say about us? What message are we sending to the world when our welcome grows uncertain? Travel is a two-way street. When we welcome others, we open ourselves to new ideas and friendships. We build bridges that connect cultures, foster understanding, and enrich our lives in ways we can't always measure. The decline in visitors threatens this exchange and signals cracks in the bridge we've built to the world. If we let those cracks widen, we risk losing more than just tourism dollars. We risk losing the spirit of openness that defines us. It's time to look closely at those cracks, understand their cause, and begin mending them. One traveler, one welcome, one story at a time. By reaching out, we can restore the connections that make our communities strong. Our communities depend on these global connections. Every visitor brings new energy, new ideas, and new hope for the future. The story of American travel is changing, and it's up to us to shape what comes next. Will we choose to rebuild our bridges, fill the empty chairs, and welcome the world back to our table? Imagine the world is celebrating a travel boom, airports buzzing, cities alive with visitors, and landmarks echoing with laughter and excitement. Except, in the midst of this global celebration, the United States stands apart, left outside, watching from afar, as the world moves on. In 2025, while international tourism is breaking records and countries everywhere are welcoming more visitors than ever, America is the only major nation facing a decline in international visitor spending. We're on track to lose $12.5 billion this year, an amount greater than the entire annual tourism revenue of many countries, and a blow that will be felt in communities across the nation. That's billions not flowing into local businesses, not supporting jobs, and not funding public services that rely on tourism dollars to thrive. Instead of growth, we're seeing an 8.2% drop in international visitors, a sharp reversal from the 9% increase once predicted, and a sign that something fundamental has shifted. The world is moving forward, embracing new opportunities, but we're stepping back, losing ground in a race we once led. Other countries are breaking records, filling their cities and attractions, while travelers are choosing to skip the US for destinations that feel more welcoming or accessible. This isn't about people traveling less, it's about them choosing elsewhere, leaving American destinations off their itineraries. Our isolation in this trend is a wake-up call, a signal that we can't afford to ignore if we care about our future. Why is a country with such rich culture, diverse landscapes, and world-famous attractions becoming less desirable to global travelers? The answer matters, not just for our economy, but for our national identity and the communities that depend on tourism to survive. It's time to reflect, to ask tough questions, and to act before we're left even further behind in a world that's moving on without us. Open doors make better neighbors, and for decades, Canadians have been our most loyal visitors. But now, Canadian visits have dropped by 25%, the biggest driver of our tourism crisis. For every 4 Canadian families who visited last year, 1 has stayed home. Communities built on cross-border friendship are feeling the loss, with Canadian license plates becoming rare. Political tensions and harsh rhetoric have cooled a once-warm relationship, making Canadians feel unwelcome. Airlines have cut over 90,000 seats on US-bound flights from Canada in response to falling demand. When our closest friends turn away, it's a powerful message. Our reputation as a welcoming destination is at risk. We must act quickly to repair these bonds. The future of our tourism and our friendship depends on it. The US once rolled out the welcome mat. Now, it feels like we've rolled it up. New policies and shifting perceptions have created real barriers for visitors. Complicated visa processes, new fees, and a sense of being unwelcome are turning travelers away. Visa backlogs and sudden policy changes have forced families to cancel trips and students to miss opportunities. A $250 visa fee and travel bans for 19 countries add to the burden. Beyond logistics, harsh rhetoric and visible security measures have made the US seem less safe and less friendly. Travelers are choosing destinations that feel more relaxed and open. These are self-inflicted wounds. Our own actions and words are driving visitors away. The world is watching, and the image we project matters. It's time to restore the spirit of welcome that once defined us. The tourism crisis extends to our universities, once magnets for international students. In August 2025, international student arrivals dropped 19%, the steepest decline outside the pandemic. These students contributed $44 billion to our economy last year, supporting hundreds of thousands of jobs. Now, sudden visa revocations and restrictive policies have created fear and uncertainty. Other countries are seen as safer, more stable choices. Experts warn of a possible 30–40% drop in new student enrollment, costing the US nearly $7 billion more. The loss isn't just financial. These students are future innovators and lifelong friends of America. By making it harder for them to come, we lose talent, goodwill, and global influence. Welcoming students is an investment in our future. The economic pain of this crisis is real and personal. From Seattle to Orlando, local businesses are struggling as international visitors vanish. Tour operators, hotel staff, and shop owners are seeing revenues plummet and hours cut. In cities like Los Angeles and Las Vegas, visitor numbers have dropped sharply, threatening livelihoods. These aren't just numbers. They're families, workers, and communities in distress. The ripple effect of lost tourism spreads far and wide. The stakes are high for millions of Americans. America's invitation to the world, Brand USA, has been silenced just when we need it most. The once bright welcome sign that greeted millions now flickers, a symbol of lost opportunity and fading connection. Our airports, once bustling with the energy of new arrivals, now echo with absence, and the spirit of hospitality that defined us seems to be slipping away. Federal funding was slashed from $100 million to $20 million, dimming our welcome sign. This drastic cut has left our tourism efforts struggling, just as global competition intensifies. The message is clear. Our commitment to welcoming the world is wavering at a critical moment. Every dollar spent on tourism marketing returns $25 to our economy. Yet, we're cutting back while other countries ramp up. Nations across the globe are investing heavily to attract visitors, recognizing the immense value of tourism, not just in dollars, but in cultural exchange and goodwill. But the story isn't over. There's still hope, and a chance to reclaim our place as the world's most welcoming destination. The future can be brighter if we act now. The path forward starts with a renewed spirit of invitation, streamlining visas, restoring funding, and changing our tone. We must make it easier, not harder, for travelers to experience the best of America. We must urge leaders to value international travel and reverse exclusionary policies. It's time to advocate for policies that open doors, not close them, and to remind our representatives that tourism is vital to our nation's prosperity and global standing. As individuals, we can be ambassadors in our communities and support local tourism businesses. Every friendly gesture, Every recommendation and every shared story helps rebuild the bridge between America and the world. Travel builds bridges, empathy, and understanding. It brings people together, breaks down barriers, and fosters lifelong friendships that span continents. Let's resolve to be a nation that celebrates visitors, not just tolerates them. Our diversity and warmth should be our calling card to the world. It's time to dust off our welcome mat and remind the world, this land is theirs to explore and love. Let's show that America's heart is still open, ready to embrace new friends and stories. The future of American travel, and our global connections, depends on it. Our actions today will shape the stories told tomorrow. Let's open our doors, our hearts, and our table once again. Together, we can restore the spirit of welcome that defines us, and invite the world to share in the American experience.